TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. So we bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day.
Hello guys, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm your humble presenter of the program The Focal Point. As the demand for critical analysis and reliable information continues to be the appetite of the Liberian population, it is incumbent upon media practitioners to always be objective, independent, and fact-based in their reportorial duties. The clarion call for credible, reliable, and issue-based presentation must be considered at all times. In the wake of these functions and duty to service, it is only one show that stands tall among the rest. Focal Point, a program where we scrutinize, examine, and cross-examine by allowing the audience to participate by posting and calling and commenting on the subject under discussion. We bring the guests in studio, we quiz them, and analyze the issue. Once again, this is your...
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Greg Courage Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Hello guys, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm your humble presenter of the program The Focal Point. As the demand for critical analysis and reliable information continues to be the appetite of the Liberian population, it is incumbent upon media practitioners to always be objective, independent, and fact-based in their reportorial duties. The clarion call for credible, reliable, and issue-based presentation must be considered at all times. In the wake of these functions and duty to service, it is only one show that stands tall among the rest. Focal Point, a program where we scrutinize, examine, and cross-examine by allowing the audience to participate by posting and calling and commenting on the subject under discussion. We bring the guests in studio, we quiz them, and analyze the issue. Once again, this is your regular Monday friend, K. Lyndon Togba, on the.
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, K. Lyndon Togba. My name is Gwegfina Nkorishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very. Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, K. Lyndon Togba. My name is Gwegfina Nkorishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal?
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, K. Lyndon Togba. My name is Gwegfina Nkorishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer news.
A pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from. Welcome to Focal Online TV. Welcome to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. I'm here with Gradafina Korachwa as your presenter, and this morning I'm here sharing this platform with my co-presenter. His name is
Lyndon Toba. It's such a pleasure to be back here.
It's a pleasure to be back here to serve our country Liberia and to inform our citizens about the happenings within our country Liberia. This morning we have varieties of news sources, and we have the Daily Observer newspaper, we have the Front Page Africa newspaper, we have Hot Pepper newspaper, we have the New Dawn newspaper. Sorry we cannot bring our international news this morning because we are gearing towards our elections. So we will be talking about a peaceful election this morning. And we are sorry for coming out very late. We had to make some changes in the schedule as it relates to our in-work activity. So for today, I'm excited. If you are watching us online, I encourage you to kindly share our live stream because remember, with Focal Online TV, we bring innovation to podcasting. If you are ready for a negotiation of business and you want us to strike a deal, our office is located in the civil village along the highway. And this is the morning platform of the daily edition of Inside Media. Here with your presenter and co-presenter, Gradafina Korachwa and Lyndon Toba. Lyndon Toba, how do you feel this morning?
Well, I'm super great. It's good to be back here after a very long weekend. I need to be asking because you had a birthday over the weekend, so I wanted to ask you so how was the birthday, so you can bring her up to speed with how you spend your birthday.
So I really want us to still on our work ethics, but since you asked, it was amazing, and thanks to God that I celebrated another year. And it's another year to step up my game. It's another year to realize my flaws and how I can improve immensely. But again, I was busy at hard work, at high school, at hard church. So I never had additional time for myself, which of course I want to work on that.
Multitasking.
Yes, it was too bulky for me. I did not rest, so I'm kind of like I did not enjoy the day the way I was. So of course, if you are reaching to other stage, there are certain things you have to understand. And it seems like I got that part yesterday. On Saturday. But however, I appreciate all of you who send out text messages to me. It is because of you I set up the I want to thank you that give the cash, honest, I did. So I want to say thank you to all of you out there. Let's look at our news feed for today. Let's look at our headline. And then before we move over to our news videos. So I will bring you the headlines from the Daily Observer and New Dawn newspaper, while Lyndon Toba will fill you in from Front Page Africa and Hot Pepper newspaper. Please, I'm sorry for the quality of my voice this morning. I'm facing a serious cold and hoping that I can improve better to be back here and clear to my viewers who are watching. So the Daily Observer newspaper first headline, UL kicks off Chinese language degree program. That is the first headline. It's from our state University of Liberia. They are kicked off their Chinese program, degree program. So it's important that we have no life is worth losing. No life is worth losing. That is another headline under the paper. And then moving forward to the newspaper, Supreme Court urged to protect democracy. Supreme Court urged to protect democracy. That is from our Supreme Court of Liberia. And then we will look at front page Africa headlines and hot pepper headlines from Kilometer back in. Can you please fill us in this morning?
All right, from the front page Africa, we have two different stories from the front page Africa newspaper. One of the headlines says, "Who instigated the FOIA violence? UPCC trade blame and made condemnations from local and international organizations." We move over to another headline. Headline. Okay, CPP standard bearer urged Nigerians to give President Weah a red card and spark the smoke catch in the garage. We move over to the hot pepper newspaper. The hot pepper newspaper. Okay, hot pepper newspaper coming. ArcelorMittal Liberia brought in new equipment to facilitate operation at Freeport of Monrovia. So these are all of the headlines from the two papers. It's back to you, Griffin, for the continuations.
If you have been wondering, we are on Focal One TV, especially the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. All we do is we bring you top stories of our country Nigeria. So for you to be informed of all of the happenings, we encourage you to get yourself a newspaper and be informed from all directions. Instead, you get glued to your phone or your TV and just turn into Focal One TV, where we bring you all of these top stories relating to our country, Liberia. So we begin our news reading. UL kicks off Chinese language degree program. The University of Liberia UL has officially launched its Chinese language degree program, signaling its commitment to preparing Liberians for an increasingly interconnected world. The decision by the university, which runs an elective program in Chinese language and culture, comes at a time when China's global influence continues to grow due to its rapid economic growth and technological achievements. The curriculum of the program is designed to cover both linguistic and aspects of China and will provide cultural streaming in Mandarin, the official language of China, and it arranged for 3+1 degrees. During the first degree, during the first 3 years of study, lectures will be undertaken at the University of Liberia, while the last year will be in China, provided that the students meet the requirements. Fan Eri, the charge affairs of Chinese embassy, noted that the Chinese language is a global language that will benefit Liberia, as it is one of the six languages used by the UN and one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. Today marks a new day in the development of the Chinese language in Liberia, as we launch a Bachelor of Arts degree in Chinese language and culture. He emphasized that China is going to work with Liberia to increase the number of language collaboration and highlight the strong relationship between TIEO and UL, as they have organized several successful activities over the year. This is how we transition to another headline in using details under the Daily Revenue newspaper. No life is losing over elections. Liberia democracy is on a stretch if nothing is done to control the growing cases of electoral violence. The country may be plunged into chaos in the not so distant future. First, there was electoral violence in May, August, followed by Nina County in the same month, and now FOIA, a relatively settlement to make Pakistan Northwestern Liberia. The violence in English opened the floodgates of electoral violence, was agitated as a subsequent two incidents, where innocent Americans lost in the process. However, the image and accounts emerging from FOIA are heart-wrenching, with at least 3 persons killed in cold blood and a host of others injured and properties both private and public damaged in the process. So far, about 4 or 5 persons have died from elections-based violence since the official start of the political campaign season in August 5. What is shocking about these incidents, which indicate the erosion of democratic values that Liberia has fought so hard to establish and uphold, is that they have regularly occurred between supporters of President George Weah in his main political rapport as former Vice President Joseph Boakai, with no corporate ever held accountable. This is how we turn over to Kylian Zaka, who will fill us in from the French African newspaper.
Thank you very much, Nancy Five, for such a beautiful reading. Who instigated the violence? UPC made condemnations from local and international organizations. On Friday, September 29, 2023, the time of Foya known for its tranquility was shaken by violence as clashes between supporters of the Unity Party and the coalitions of democratic left at least 2 people dead and several injured. This incident has raised concerns about the upcoming legislative presidential elections in 2023, deepening political tensions that have grappled the nations. Foya is the hometown of Unity Party standard-bearer former Vice President Joseph Boakai. Both political parties have accused each other of initiating the attack, creating a further rift in the already volatile political climate. According to Amos Twe, the Secretary General of the Unity Party, the confrontation began when supporters were en route to welcome some diaspora members of the party. Twe explained, while the local citizens were on their way jubilating on the different streets of Foya, they were on their way to a specific area called Shiloh Junction. Along the way, it is our understanding that two of our partisans on motorbike experienced mechanical problems. This incident prompted a confrontation with supporters from the CDC led by Thomas Fala, a Montserrado County district lawmaker who is now contesting for a district representative in Foya. Tensions escalated as stones were thrown from Thomas residents according to it. Representative Fala Khan. In contrast, Thomas Fala recounted his version of the event in a Facebook post, stating that he was at home where he heard a loud chant and saw Unity Party members throwing stones to his compounds and damaging street lights. They surrounded the compound, manhandled and killed 2 partisans. Thanks to the Joint Security who came to de-escalate their unprovoked violence. Fala emphasized that he had instructed partisans in Foya to stay away from the street to ensure a peaceful Unity Party campaign rally. Fala, in a press conference late Friday, said, "I want to make it unequivocally clear that I have taken the responsibility step of suspending our campaign activity for the day. I had instructed all partisans of the CDCs in Foya to stay away from the street to avoid the peaceful conduct of the Unity Party campaign rally. However, what occurred was far from the spirit of peace and democratic coexistence that our nation deserves. It was at the home when I heard chants emanating from members of the Unity Party at the junction leading to my compound, where the CDC headquarters is also located. These chants grew louder and more disturbing as the Unity partisans began throwing stones in my compound and destroying street light." Representative Fala, main rival in the district is the incumbent Francis S. Umale of the Unity Party. Speaking to Front Page Africa from Foya, journalist Gaman Loman explained that she was on her way from Kulahun when she saw people believed to be supporters of the Unity Party in an area where Fala's compound is located and began engaging in throwing into his fence. According to her, they were chanting Thomas Fala that role. "We will not vote for him," she said. She witnessed the destructions of the street light in the area and further explained that a motorcyclist who had a CDC campaign sticker on his bike was brutally mocked, and it is believed to have died at their hands. Representative Humanly's account. A briefing from Representative Humanly's to the hierarchy of the Unity Party seen by Front Page Africa accused Ms. Angeline Sia Bundle, a cousin of Finda Bundle, the executive mansion chief of protocol, of instigating the violence. However, this allegation has not been independently verified by Front Page Africa. According to Humanly, the Unity Party organized a well-publicized program in Foya, formally requesting security for the Liberian National Police. The event aimed to welcome 7 Foyans residents residing in the United States back to their hometown. According to him, the situation wasn't supportedly led by Mrs. Angelia Bundle emerged from the residence of Representative Kennedy Thomas Bala and began throwing stones at the Unity Party supporters. According to his briefing to the party's executive, the crisis escalated when the 4 years police duties commander allegedly instructed the police aide to open fire, resulting in one reported death. The police aide was subsequently attacked and killed by an enraged crowd, bringing the death toll to 2, while 7 others sustained major injuries. With this being said, it brings us to a final conclusion of the Front Page Africa newspaper. And back to you, Grafina, for the continuations of local news on this network.
So we have the New Dawn newspaper here, in the headline reads, Supreme Court urged to protect democracy. Supreme Court urged to protect democracy. The opposition Unity Party, UP, has warned that it is not joking with the 10 October elections, urging the Supreme Court to prove its readiness to protect Liberia's democracy. UP Chairman Reverend Luther Tapper sounded the warning last after the Supreme Court reserved ruling in an election case his party filed against the National Election Commission, NEC. This election, we are not joking with it. The Liberian people, the Liberian people's vote, we are not joking, and we are not going to joke with anything. And we believe that this court, Supreme Court, must prove itself that it is ready to be on the side of democracy, said Reverend Mr. Tarpet. October 2, 2023, the Unity Party has accused the NEC of violating the elections laws. The election law here requires the NEC to publish the final voter registration book (FRR) and share copies with political parties and independent candidates 30 days before elections. The NEC has allegedly violated the legal requirement with less than 12 days before the 10 October presidential and legislative elections are conducted. UP, which took the matter up to the Supreme Court, has over the past week been issuing threats against the government's alleged plot to rig the elections. In its petition for a right of mandamus, the UP requested the court to issue a preparatory right requesting following the hearing of the case last week, Reverend Tapper told reporters that it was allegedly clear to the public that NEC has violated the elections law. This is how we close out on the news segments of New Dawn newspaper and Diggers of the newspaper. Kaylin Topa, it's turned back to you from Hard Paper newspaper so that we can conclude this morning fastly so we can have our discussion.
All right, thank you, Griffin and CPI, for such a beautiful coordination. APM Terminal Liberia invest a further 50 million at Freeport of Monrovia to propel the Freeport of Monrovia and the economy has seen increased activity over the last Friday, September 29, 2023. APM Terminal Liberia operators of the Freeport presented their latest investment stakeholders. It is 15 million commitment to 2 lithium generation German-made Liberhall 600 million Harbor which will be used to load and offload containers from ship calling at the Freeport. The investment will greatly enhance the productivity at the port and reduce vessels' waiting time for shipping lines, which will translate the reduction to the prices in the market for goods imported into Liberia a direct boost for the economy. The crane also with recently completed dragging at the Freeport of Monrovia paves the way for even larger and more economically gearless vessels by enabling larger vessels with more containers to call. This project is in line with the country's vision to attract more investment and stimulate economic growth. This historic project has been driven by notable partnerships between APM Terminal Liberia and the National Port Authority, the Liberia Maritime Authority, the government of Liberia, together with regulatory stakeholders and strong partners. APM Terminal Liberia remains dedicated to transforming the Freeport of Monrovia into an economically viable gateway to the Manon River Basin. This is how we will close up the front page on the Hot Pepper newspaper. It's back to you, Grafina, for the continuations of the discussions that would be sent to the round piece.
Thanks to you, Kelly. And so while we close down on our local news within our country Liberia, so we did not bring our news with the regular content this morning because we had some indoor issues that needed to be resolved and worked on. And then we have this issue that we're going to be talking about on this platform until the end of our elections. So this morning, just to wrap up our news segment, we have the issue with UL. UL is now offering the Chinese language degree program, BSc for 4 years. You have 2 years to study here in Liberia. If you meet all the requirements, the last 1 year, you'll be able to go to China and conclude on your studies. So another headline under Today's other newspaper speaks about no life is worth losing over elections. There's no need for all of the chaos. There's no need for all of the wounds that we are seeing here today. And the writer stated the first incident that occurred in August, and then he talks about the Limba issue, and lastly the FOIA issue that took place in a peaceful settlement in Lofa County, northwestern Liberia. So there's no need for to lose our life over elections. We all have to compose ourselves. No matter what, you will still have people who will chant slogans. You will still have people who will be rebellious. But you have to stand your ground as political leaders. You have to be these things. You can't be preaching the message of peace and doing another thing. It's so bad. Another one says on the New Dawn newspaper, Supreme Court urged to protect democracy. Chairman of the Unity Party, Reverend Luther Tapia, Reverend Mr. Luther Tapia, who is the chairman of the Unity Party, has sent out a warning that the Supreme Court should be able to rule as it relates to this issue of delay in the FRR, that is the final registration rule, final voter registration rule. It's important that the legislature, sorry, the Supreme Court see a need to speak about it and to take actions because NEC have forfeited the law of Liberia that talks about you presenting the FRR killing to 30 days before the elections.
Yeah.
So, yes. So it's bad, and he spoke about it, and he stated in his message that the Liberian people vote. They are not joking about it. Unity Party is not joking about it.
This statement has always come from high-ranking members within the Unity Party, and they say they have always expressed a very grave concern that this election is not an election that the folks in the Unity Party are overlooking. So if any other government agency that should be raising concerns on the defaults of the process, they should flag it more diligently because the Unity Party folks are not just joking with these elections.
So it's funny. It's funny to know that this is very important. This is crucial. But seditions are not talking about the FRR. I don't know why they are not, because it's important with the FRR. You are able to understand the different precincts areas.
Yeah.
And you are able to understand how many persons are there and everything. It's important enough for political parties. It's really, really important. So that's the reason why it should be posted or it should be out before 30 days prior to the election.
Definitely.
And this is important because if take for example, if Unity Party was going to be the ruling political party who is still in power, yes, like maybe let me just say our former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is if it was going to be the leadership of the Unity Party, and Unity Party and NDC had not yet put up the FRR, CDC was going to be on the verge. CDC was going to be talking about it. Freedom FM was going to be talking about it in all of the different platforms. But you see, because it is not the Unity Party who are in authority, sorry, that is the reason why they're not speaking about it, and it's bad. You should be able to balance the situation as a political party. Speak about it. That's far it's in your favor, I know, but
Yeah.
you should be able to speak about it.
So far, so good. Relatively to what you are discussing, this is very key to our democracy. Why it is true that we are cautions our Liberian people to also exercise restraint and to always be peaceful in the conduct of the legislative and presidential elections. We should also caution that the National Elections Commission, that is called with the fundamental responsibility to conduct elections in this country, should try to do everything possible to protect our democracies. You have a law on the book that says that the FRR should be published 30 days prior to the elections, the electionary process. So when you delay the fact that it raises a lot of, it raises a lot of concerns for people who are, who are meticulously following the process. Why would you not want to even release the called the FRR? You know what I'm saying? So people, I think this is not, it shouldn't be a unity party discussion. It should be a discussion that is in the interest of all of those people in the opposition. But I was so shocked that only two opposition political parties have spoken about it.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand?
They should talk about it. The FRR is important, so they should talk about it. But being that they are the leading political party now, and they are still in authority, they see it. They see this.
Yeah, it is in their interest.
It is in their interest. So they are not speaking about it, which of course is bad. It doesn't show fairness. It doesn't show fairness.
It actually doesn't show.
You should speak about issue whether it's in your favor or not. You should speak about it. Once it's wrong, speak about it. Why can Kanyo Babala not blast at NEC because of the FRR?
One of the things that happened in this country to the opposition, I can remember when Daniel Nathan was pronounced dead. Few days after the ANC was was mooning, Jefferson Koji, he took up his time. He took up his time and went to sympathize with the folks there. That to me it was more reconciliatory than being so objective about his political parties and other issues.
Yeah, so they are not speaking about it.
Yeah, they are not speaking about it.
I didn't even hear our senior senator talking about it. I saw Darius Dillon talking, Clarence Lombard spoke about it, but the senior senators, Honorable Sir Joseph.
Yeah, Sir Joseph. So one of the things here is that I really don't understand. But if Sir Joseph, Sir Joseph is a ranking member of the Coalitions of Democratic Change. So once you have many of the high-ranking members like the likes of Jefferson Koji, the likes of Askara Gray, the likes of Moba Molu, these people are not speaking. I don't think Sir Joseph will have that kind of audacity to go speak on it. Because it will create maybe a wrangling where his friends will look at him very ugly, But I think the right thing should be done.
Yes, the right thing should be done. That's how we do our analysis. I mean, you just speak about the situation. If it's in your favor, come out to the public and say it's wrong. That's why you're rejoicing in your heart, but show some level of transparency.
Definitely.
Yes, that's what you should do as political parties, but instead it's not. This is a warning to the National Election Commission, our manager or the director there who is handling our electoral process. Let me not say when, but
David Brown
Lasana. We urge you to please step up your game. This is what holds our peace in our country, Liberia. You cannot go against the rule of law in the code of conduct as it relates to our elections. So we are kindly begging you to do whatever you can positively so that we can have a peaceful and transparent elections. You have to be fair, you have to be timely, you have to be prompt when it comes to your reports, and you have to continue to be law-abiding. Because we now want to face chaos. You yourself, your life will be in danger if you try to jeopardize the Liberian people report or the election. So we encourage you to be steadfast.
I think it should be in the note. I think the U.S. embassy the U.S. embassy near Monrovia is actually following the process. Every bit and pieces of the process is associated with this electionary process. Quite recently, the U.S. embassy issued a press statement cautioning people. It doesn't necessarily mean that cautioning people, Liberians, politicians, and even media practitioners who use their platform to amplify his speech against prominent figures who are also contested, like the likes of Freedom FM and the likes of from Hot Pepper newspaper. So these are people they will also be observing. So this year, visa restrictions or sanctions will not only be targeted at politicians. You understand? So if you do anything that will undermine the peace and stability of Liberia, they will actually go after you.
Yes.
You understand?
The U.S. embassy is really serious about it. We read several news about that. They are serious. Anyone who tries to mess with our elections, they will surely sanction you. Certain measures will be taken. So we just acknowledge all of you. You guys are doing all great work. Let me say that, Madam Brown Lasana, you are doing a really great work. You are someone we look up to in terms of peace, because you hold a crucial position in our elections. You are doing well. You just need to step up your game. You just need to be prompt about your reports, and you just need to do what is right. Firstly, for our country, and secondly, for yourself and that of your family. Because this election issue, no political parties is joking. All of the different political parties are serious about everything, and you have to put yourself in a position to show distinction. So yes, we encourage you for that. And the issue in Lo-Fi is quite discouraging.
Yeah, the issue in Lo-Fi, that is where I wanted for us to talk in a little bit.
Yeah. But it's from different dimensions.
Different dimensions. There are series, there are series of accounts relative to the recent FOIA violence issue. You understand? One person is accusing this party A is accusing party B.
Yeah.
You understand?
So it's like that. It's like that. And we are saying, like, we don't want to be judgmental here.
Definitely.
We're not on the scene. But what we heard is bad because we lost 3 Liberians. 3 Liberians from our news source is stated 3 persons. So you have to this is our Liberia. This is what we want. This is what we cherish. We want to measure arm over there. How can we be measuring arm with our next door neighbors when we are still on the issue of violence?
You know, the FOIA incident actually is so terrible, it's so heartbreaking, it's so painful. I know it has caused a lot of Liberians to panic, and especially those residing in Liberia and out of the diaspora, because that particular situations occur right in the very presence of the EU observers. Can you imagine? These are people who came from other parts of the world to come and follow and observe our electoral process. Right before their presence, we are throwing stones. We are vehemently attacking each other. One of the things a lot of Liberians don't understand is that we shouldn't be used. We have said this thing time without number.
Yes,
we shouldn't be used by politicians to
not
cause
be
chaos.
used by politicians. For little of nothing, you go and nothing. Like,
Yes.
that's why I say any act of violence is wrong.
It's
Do not even
condemnable.
wait to experience it, because the fact that the first time you go through experience it, you can lose your life. So there's nothing. And sometimes, let me say this on this platform. Sometimes we look very stupid. Sorry to say, to the international community. Because these same people who are stealing our money, these same people who are doing the wrong thing, we go and risk our life on the line for them. Does that even make sense to you?
I really don't understand the version of the political display by people who are partisans of X party A party X. Why would I even want to brutalize my brother? I know that we have been seeing only because my brother disagreed with me on a political issue. Then I say I will attack him.
Yes.
I will stab him with a knife. I will use stick to brutalize him. And I really don't understand. Sometimes I really get surprised. I really get surprised. This is how politics is, and this is how far the political arena is in Liberia. So this is like
it's discouraging.
It's very, very discouraging.
And we will rebuke all of those particular acts from the parties that were involved. We don't know. but the leading parties that we heard about is the Coalition for Democratic Change and that of the Democratic Party. We will rebuke you guys.
Rebuke every form of violence.
Every form of violence, we rebuke that. This is not the Liberia we want. This is not the Liberia we want. You talk about unity party, you talk about unity, so you should be looking into that direction. Coalition for Democratic Change, Coalition for Democratic Change speaks about peace, speaks about uniformity. So you cannot be doing all of those things and you wanting us to come and say we will heal you or to chant and praise you. We will not do that. On this platform,
it can be done.
We make our analysis, we say things the way it is, and that's what we do. So we encourage you to stop all of those things. On Saturday we had a campaign of Electoral Party Flomo here in our district.
The incumbent lawmaker was seeking re-elections.
He had an election from district number 13. He's going back again for another year, and we're hoping that his plans can work out.
The message, especially the message he sent across on Saturday, I believe that because from the feedback, because I was at the occasion, from the feedback I was getting, whenever he says this, there will be a very resounding response, from the audience who were in attendance. Yes, it was so great. It was so great. And one of the things I captured from there were several other things that I captured from his speech. Well, Sir Joseph was also in attendance. The host of other community chairperson who endorsed his re-elections. They were all there. The township commissioners, Commissioner Stanley L. Wright was present. He went as far as parading throughout the entire district. They went from one boundary of the district to another. So the community normally has 3 boundaries. So we are bordering with District 15 from the Jamaica end, and we are also bordering with District number 14 from the Freeport area, and we are bordering with District number 11 from the St. Michael area. So they were able to tour all of those boundaries in the communities, and as a sign of awareness to the people of the district that yes, indeed, Edward Flomo is ready, and he is seeking residents of the districts to actually buy into his re-elections idea. So I don't know as to whether, because there's a popular saying that the elections are very, very unpredictable. You don't predict what would be the outcome of the elections.
You don't predict elections, and if you have to be very careful. You should have enough proof. You should have enough evidence in order to do your predictions. But it's kind of hard looking at the present situation now. So I'm going back. I've heard this before, and you hear people saying, older folks saying that there's a need for us to pray for Liberia. If you don't know, Liberia needs prayer more than before. So I'm taking this to you today. Those of our viewers watching, Liberia needs prayer. There's a need for us to pray for our country, Liberia. And I got a news from the weekend that one of our journalists from OKF, that's Jackson. It's done. I really don't want to dive into that conversation until I can gather my facts and then state my opinion about it.
Yeah, but it was been alleged that his son was stabbed multiple times by one of his friends.
Yes. So it's something that we will have to get further details on why he was stabbed and how. Yes, before talking about it. So we will not speak about it, but just to inform you about the happenings within our country like you. Thanks for joining us this morning. We apologize to you for coming in late, but of course you got what you should have gotten from our news source, and that is you got innovation from our broadcasting here this morning on the daily edition of Inside Media. Thanks for watching. Trust me, I'm going to be back again tomorrow with interesting top stories and interesting conversation relating to our country like you. Moving on forward, we will be talking about our electoral process here on the platform. Moving forward, we will be talking about our electoral process. Tomorrow, we'll be telling you how is it the situation going to be like, how can you cast your vote, how you will stand on the queue, how you will go in and cast your vote, what are some of your requirements that day. We will be talking about it tomorrow, hopefully. So get glued to Focal Online TV because here we bring innovation to broadcasting. God days are day, folks. Happy new day and happy new week. We wish you all the best. Keep pushing, keep pressing forward. This is Recruitment Encourage Far, your news presenter here on the Daily Edition of Inside the
Hello there, my name is Kay Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.